The next Blastoise card is a card a lot of people may not be familiar with. This is the Blastoise card released with the Diamond and Pearl era, the Secret Wonder set. And if I do say correctly, this is the only Blastoise card released in the Diamond and Pearl era. Not a big fan of the artwork. Again, I'm super big on the artwork. It takes a lot to get me to really just be wild with the artwork. It's not bad as well, but again, it could be better. In a PSA 10, this card has a very low pop. There's only registered 5 PSA 10s. The last one sold for around $800, and I would probably say it could possibly be around $1,000 or more now. Booster packs still aren't super expensive for this Diamond and Pearl Secret Wonder set. You can buy booster packs for around $50, which again, for vintage stuff, if you're paying between $50 to $100, I would say even $100 to $200. Anything under $200 for vintage packs is definitely doable and reasonable. But again, depending on when you're watching this, those packs could be a lot more now. Again, this next Blastoise we're about to show, a lot of you may not even remember this card. I haven't seen it. Prior to doing this for you guys, I didn't even know this card existed as well. This is the Blastoise from the Platinum base set. This card is absolutely so rare to get in a PSA 10. I just honestly think right now it's because a lot of people are really just getting back into Pokemon, and during the Platinum era, a lot of people weren't into it. There's only actually 5 PSA 10s on record right now, and there's no sales data because this card, I mean, if you have such a low pop card in a PSA 10, who's gonna sell it? I mean, I wouldn't. So it's hard to really speculate on the market what this card could be worth. In a PSA 10, this card only has about 6 cards in a PSA 10. Very low pop count. Again, low time. A lot of people weren't in the Pokemon TCG during the Platinum era. So there's no sales data. So who knows how much this card could really go for. It could go for a lot. It could go for a little. We all know it really just depends on market demand. Booster packs are currently only going for $40. So definitely I would play my hand at buying a booster pack and having the possibility to pull this artwork of this Blastoise. Not one of my favorite artworks, but this artwork definitely can grow on me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Moving along, we have this dope artwork from Heart Gold Soul Silver. This is from the Unleashed set that was released during the Heart Gold and Soul Silver era. I really like this artwork. It really shows Blastoise as a Ninja Turtle. He may be the 5th missing member to the Ninja Turtles that we just never knew about. As beautiful as this artwork is, there is 0 PSA 10s and there's only about 5 PSA 9s on record right now, and not much sales data. I would guess if somebody got a PSA 10, if they wanted to sell it, they would probably sell it for around $500 to $1,000. And to buy a booster pack right now for a Heart Gold Soul Silver Unleashed set, you could buy booster packs for around $40. And you can buy blisters for around $100. Blisters are becoming a lot more popular with Pokemon cards when people who like to buy a sealed product, because it just has that more nostalgia feel to it. So if you can, I would definitely say going more towards the blister pack than a regular pack, but it all depends on what you can afford and stuff like that. Let me know what you guys think of the Ninja Turtle Blastoise card here. Now, we're moving on to the mid-2010s. This is the first full art Blastoise. I actually like this card. It comes from the XY base set. I believe this is one of 3 artworks in that set. However, this is the first full art Blastoise card. I definitely like this card and I would recommend. Again, I'm not a Pokemon professional or investor. However, if you're looking to buy a Pokemon card, I believe this card right here has the potential to go up in value, with it being the first ever full art Blastoise card. This set is not really old, and with that being said, however, there's only 15 PSA 10s of this card. I couldn't find much sales data, but the last 9 sold for around $200. So I would assume you double that, the PSA 10, maybe somewhere around $500, $600, maybe less. There just wasn't enough information to acquire on that. Booster packs are still pretty affordable. This set is only 6 years old, so it's only going to cost you around $30 to buy a booster pack. I definitely would like to add an XY booster box in my collection. The booster box is going around $1,000. It's starting to get up there, but if you save within a few months, you should be able to possibly buy a booster box and add it to your collection. Come on, let's be real. You guys really think I was going to do a Blastoise episode and not talk about the hottest current set in November of 2020, Pokemon Evolutions? This is the Mega Blastoise EX. It's one of 3 Blastoise variations, but this is the most expensive and I would say popular Blastoise card. I actually really like this card, and yes, it's in English. It just has the Mega Evolution. Some of them had the Japanese writing on it, which I think is actually pretty cool. This is definitely in my top 5 Blastoise artworks. In PSA 10, this card has about 814 copies. Again, Evolution was one of the most printed sets to date, if not the most printed set to date. You can buy a PSA 10 for around $200, so not bad. So with that being said, I would definitely try my hands at trying to pull this, or not pull, but buy this Blastoise artwork card. I really like the artwork again with the Japanese thing going here. I really like how they added that to the cards. Definitely my top 5 Blastoise artworks. If you don't want to try your hand at just buying the card raw, you can buy a booster box for around $500, which is kind of crazy to me because earlier this year, that same box was literally sitting at $100. But again, it's all supply and demand. Let me know in the comments below, is this your favorite Blastoise from the XY Evolutions era? Our second to last Blastoise on this episode is this Rainbow Secret Rare Full Art from Unbroken Bonds. This is a set that was currently released last year in 2019. This is the first full art secret rainbow rare Blastoise, so I believe this card has a lot of potential to grow in the future with rainbow rares really being a thing right now, and it started in the Sun and Moon era. So this card definitely has some high future collectability and can definitely grow a lot in value in the next couple of years. I'm not a big fan of the artwork. I think the XY base set full art was better, but again, this is a rainbow rare, so it definitely trumps that original first full artwork in my opinion. Right now in the PSA 10, there's about 227 copies of this Blastoise card. You can buy this card for around $500, and a booster box is still somewhat cheap. You could buy a booster box for around $200. I myself would try my hand at buying a booster box and possibly pulling this card and get it graded, especially with the booster box prices being only $200, and they may actually go lower if Pokemon decides to do another reprint. But we all know, if we're familiar with Pokemon, they say a lot of sets are out of print, and the next thing you know, they will reprint a set like this year where they reprinted Ultra Prism and put them in stores across America. Our last and final card is this Blastoise and Piplup Rainbow Rare GX Tag Team card from Cosmic Eclipse. This was the last Pokemon set released in the Sun and Moon era, and the last set to be released in the end of last year, 2019. As of recording this video, it hasn't even been a full year since that set was released. Towards the end of November, it will be a full year that the set was released. This card comes in a non-Rainbow Rare version as well, and there's also 2 other tag team artwork cards of the Piplup and Blastoise card. I'm a huge fan of the tag team cards. I think they look really cool. I think the whole tag team concept with the Pokemon cards was really underrated. I personally believe the tag team concept of Pokemon cards will go up in a few years if demand continues to rise. A lot of people will come back and look at these sets and be like, wow, the tag team concept was really dope. In the PSA 10, this card right here has about 70 copies, and you could buy this card in the Rainbow Rare version for about $400, which is not bad. A booster box is going for around $200, and again, the set was released last year, so it's a $100 jump from the price last year. But I would take my chances of buying the booster box to be able to pull this card and send it in to possibly get a PSA 10. Alright, thank you so much for watching this episode, 24 years of Blastoise. It was such a blast going through all the Blastoise artworks with you guys. Again, don't forget to comment and let me know what is your favorite Blastoise artwork from this episode, and let me know if this helped you when you're looking to buy Blastoise cards.